President, you can hear the air brakes being applied right now, some reverse thrust, and the president touching down here in Kern County. President Obama's first touchdown here of his presidency. Of course, the last president we saw here, President George W. Bush, back in 2004, making a stop at Rainforest, a local company that provides a lot of irrigation needs. And this time, the president, a Democrat, and coming in to visit the Cesar Chavez Memorial. You can see that shot there, Rochelle.
Yeah, you can see him kicking up some dust out there. And if he was anything here like he was in LA, this is going to be very quick. We saw Marine One land in LA, and then he got out and got right on board Air Force One, and then here he is touching down. So a very quick process, as you can see right there. What a sight, isn't it, Kiyoshi?
It is. It is a big plane. Not what we're used to seeing here out at Meadows Field, where you'll see, as I like to refer to them, as kind of puddle jumpers. They're, planes that carry maybe at most, 70 people, 100 people. This is a big boy out here that's landing, and this is the one runway out here in Kern County, one of few. Of course, you could go out to Edwards Air Force Base as well, but this is one of the few that can accommodate a plane this large. And as the president's kind of taxiing around, from what we understand, again, off to the side of where we're standing here, a short distance away, maybe about 20 feet, is a group of 72 observers, people who had signed up early and are going to be able to watch the president as he gets off of Air Force One, as it taxis in here. And who knows? I mean, this president, as I was talking to some of the government workers out here, some of the agents, this president known for shaking a lot of hands. Sorry, guys, it is getting a little loud out here as they're turning around.
Yeah, you can still hear you.
Is known for shaking a lot of hands and greeting a lot of folks. So we don't know. I mean, but this president is very much hands-on. He may very well come over to this group of people who have come out here to greet him, and he may be shaking some hands. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, I've met the president before. He is very much so wanting to go and shake the hands, especially since you said such a small group. You said 72 people out there on the platform, so I could easily see him going over there and shaking some hands as well as we watch Air Force One taxi into Bakersfield, and then we'll get on to the motorcade and then make his way to Keene. Still, as you mentioned, Kiyoshi, don't know the exact route that will take, but probably safe to say to avoid that area, since they will have to close those roads down once they kind of roll through that area.
And those will be probably rolling closeouts of those off-ramps on the 58 as the CHP goes and shuts things down. But, I mean, this plane is kicking up quite a bit of dust.
I can see once it landed, yeah.
Well, all of the jets here. We're going to hope that it stays in that direction. It doesn't make a bout face here and kick up dust in our direction.
Yeah, welcome to Bakersfield.
Yes, the president certainly making a
Welcome to Bakersfield, Obama!
He's touched down here at Meadows Field. And wow, what a sight to behold. This plane is big. It is loud.
Yeah. And I know that the representatives over at Meadows Field were saying other flights should not be affected by Air Force One coming in today, but still, always good to check your flight if you are traveling today for this special visit. And it looks like it's rolling to a stop. Hopefully we'll get the gate down here soon and see.
You never know. Again, like I mentioned, in front of us and start shaking some hands. But this is this is a presidential visit. It is a big deal, and the world is watching.
Well, and that angle that you have right there, you can kind of
engines, but it looks like some kind of power supply. The thing is, this is literally a flying fortress, of course. I mean, you see all the movies, Air Force One with Harrison Ford and everything else like that. But this is the president's work station, essentially, when he's not in Washington, D.C. It has security. It has an infirmary. It has an area for him to sleep. It has an area for him to eat. It has an area for the press corps. It has an area for him to work, an office. It is literally a moving fortress, a moving White House, if you will.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, the president does not travel light. There are members of the Air Force out here. Of course, wherever the president goes, usually you see a member of the military carrying what they call the football, of course, with the codes on it for all of the United States' nuclear weapons. So the president has a large contingency of people that need to come along with him.
And watching some of that contingency get off the plane there in the back, a lot of the press corps there get off in the back entrance. The president, of course, coming through the first entrance there. It looks like they've opened the door as well. So we kind of swing the camera around. You can kind of take a look at that.
They have, and the CHP is now swinging around here, and now we're watching the president's suburban limousine also pull up at the
Obama
arriving
in Bakersfield.
But you can see the large contingency of the press, and that looks like the National Press Corps and also some of our local members of the media hanging out here and being able to get as close as possible, kind of observing and seeing how things are going to unfold. And again, there's the president's limousine pulling up right now, ready. But again, we don't know. He may get right out, hop right into the limousine because he's on a tight schedule and be right on his way up to Keene. Then again, he may not. He may decide to come on down here and shake hands with some of the folks.
I was going to say, with that Suburban pulling up so close, maybe no handshakes today. Maybe he's on a tight schedule trying to get this stuff done.
We are, and I'm actually going to check my cell phone right now.
He will shake a hand.
At what, 9:45 this morning.
May not be everyone.
About 30 minutes behind schedule, at least what the president had published in his office and published ahead of time. So perhaps he will not spend a lot of time outside this airplane. He'll get right in and head on his way up to Keene, but then you never know. Yeah. So we'll have to see.
And then his address in Keene, we're hearing is